Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bill Levinson, managing partner with Levinson and Associates. First off and most important, thank you for taking the time and joining us on your busy Thursday afternoon. Second, I want to welcome Joseph Lochran, our marketing VP, is joining us on the call as well. You'll hear from him in about 10 to 15 minutes or so. Real quick, the bottom line is today's presentation, some of you are going to look at some of the slides and say, oh, I already knew this. And then others are going to say, oh my gosh, this is great. What we wanted to do is put together a bunch of information, material, slides, etc., that cater to all types of agents, all ages, okay? So yes, if you're a social media or an e-marketing guru, you're gonna walk away with some good information. And if you're brand new to this whole e-policy or e-application or e-marketing world, then you're also going to get some great information. So I think that we filled this presentation with enough good nuggets that everybody is going to be very happy, and hopefully you write down some notes and walk away with some good, useful material that you can use literally this afternoon to start marketing, okay? So very, very important. If you're going to succeed in today's new world as an insurance agent, you have to be doing most of what we're going to talk about today. And I'm not trying to scare anyone. We're not trying to sell you anything. I'm just being as real could be. Okay, I'm being totally honest, speaking from my heart, that you must be utilizing social media and a website at the very minimum to market yourself these days and grow your business, okay? And yes, I preach this and talk about this all the time at all of our meetings and webinars and expos. We have some new information that I want to share. I'm a big believer in all of this, as you can see and hear. And the main reason why, okay, is the proof is in the pudding, right? I mean, this agency, and it's not a secret, when I first started, and it's now been almost 22 years, we didn't have a website. We never collected email addresses. Back then, there were barely any email addresses except for AOL. But the point is, we had about 200 to 300 agents, mainly in South Florida. Okay, just think about this. Today, we have almost 17,000 in every city in the U.S. And that was accomplished by using technology, right? Social media marketing, a website, driving traffic. So everything that we're talking about today is exactly how Levinson and Associates became what we are today in a nutshell, okay? It's that simple. So I know this works, and then you can scratch your head and say, oh, well, they're an IMO and they work directly with the carriers, so it's different than an agent. Well, the answer to that comment is it's no different. In fact, it's exactly the same, okay? When you think about the carrier, think about the pyramid, right? So the top of the pyramid is the carrier, and it's the carrier's job to market and get their message out to as many IMOs, let's say, as possible, right? And then it's the IMO's job to get our message out to as many agents as possible. And then it's the agent's job to get their message out to as many consumers as possible, okay? We're all doing the same thing. We're all using the same social media, the same website tactics, driving traffic. Let's say if you're using any kind of search engine optimization, we're all doing the same thing. And you have to understand that, because you can learn from what we're doing, and we can learn from what the carriers are doing, right? The carriers spend millions, literally hundreds of millions of dollars on social media research and graphs, and they want to see, where they're getting, let's say, likes or comments from. They're going to focus on that target audience, whatever the case is. So we watch them, and we do exactly what they do. And I hope you are doing exactly what we do. I always say you don't have to listen to us, but watch what we do. Okay, that's most important. You should be doing the same exact thing, and we can all learn from these big corporations, these big entities, these big insurance carriers, right? Because they have the pockets to spend money on all this research and trials. So anyway, point is, watch what we do, and you should do the same exact thing. Also, what I wanted to talk about is I wanted to give everyone some hints, tips, tricks, anything to help you with social media or marketing online. I'm going to share some great tips that no one talks about, okay? Especially your competitors, because they don't want you doing the same thing. So I'm going to give you some great input on YouTube, on Instagram, and just a general overview on how you can get in front of your target audience. Okay, I'm going to give you a few things to do for homework, and hopefully this will help change your practice. Okay, so me and Joe are going to dive into, like I said earlier, the entire e-platform, if you will. We call it iGenius. If you look at the bottom right corner, there's a few bullets that we're going to tap into. And again, take out your pen and paper. You can type in any questions, comments as we go. On the right-hand side, there's a little comment box there, so please feel free. And again, I want you to walk away with some great information. And if you don't share and ask the question, then we're not going to be able to read your mind and answer your question. So please participate. Also, what we're going to do, you've heard about the Bill Levinson Experience podcast by now. By the way, if you literally go on your iPhone, you subscribe to the channel, just do a search. There's a little purple icon. It says podcast. Click there, do a search, Bill Levinson Experience, subscribe and review. It's called Rate and Review. Take a screenshot, send it to me, and I'm sending you the brand new IUL prospecting book that agents literally just hand out to consumers, and it sets the appointment for them. So it's free on me. I pay for shipping and the book. All you have to do is rate and review the podcast and take a screenshot, email it to me, and you're in. That's simple. Okay. Plus, we just added, for all of you that are already subscribed or listening. And by the way, even if you don't have an iPhone, if you go into the Android App Store, you can find the podcast. We're also on Spotify. We're on YouTube. You can find this just through our website. It's a free subscription. You don't pay for this. We just added the brand new Life Insurance 101 class that Carrie hosted, my father, for 1 hour. It's a great YouTube video that's also on the podcast channel. If you're going to your next appointment, you can literally, if you have Bluetooth in your car, just hit play on your phone and listen to it. And you're going to pick up some great information. I don't care if you've been doing this for 63.5 years or you've been doing it for 2 years. Okay, everybody will walk away with some good information. It's a great refresher. It talks all about, the difference with IUL, UL, whole life term, ROP, living benefits. Great refresher. It's a free listen. Please check it out. And again, review, and I'll send you your book. Also, as we proceed in the webinar, we have these little handouts, okay? You can click, if you see that arrow on the right side, you can click any of those attachments, and those are like one-page flyers. So we have one on a YouTube white paper that shows you how to put together your own videos and how to market them. One is on social media, and then one, this is the best one in my opinion, free leads. So if you get appointed with us, okay, with a carrier that you have now, so if you transfer over to us, we will match or most of the time beat your existing commission grid, plus we send you free leads with your first app. Okay, we have a little flyer there. Just put name, phone number, email, send it back to us. You are in. That's simple. So check out the handouts. Okay, moving forward here. And what I wanted to share, and I think it's important, the whole way that this whole webinar presentation came about was I was literally sitting at dinner with an agent a couple weeks ago, and we're all sitting there and we're talking about, this particular agent has been in the business for a long time, has a huge book of business, but he is doing no social media marketing, no driving traffic to a website. I mean, you go to his website, it looks like it's from 1997. okay? Very, very basic, very black and white. You need more pop. Everything has to look professional and has to be a representation of you and your brand. It's just like, think Apple or McDonald's, right? You know, you're not going to get an Apple email blast that talks about, you know, the new iPad that just came out and there's going to be misspelled words all over the place. No, everything's going to be perfect. And that's how you have to represent your brand. So anyway, we're going over, you know, his website, his social media tactics, and how he has to start learning how to market and interact on social media, right, and online. So we're talking about all of this. And anyway, long story short, he hires an assistant to do all of this. And he said to me, Bill, my calls, inbound and outbound, have gone up by 40% in the short time that he started to do exactly what we told him to do. Okay, and by the way, we're not a social media company. We're not a search engine optimization company, but again, we are his marketing organization. It's my job, okay, if I learn about different tactics that work, I want to share them with our agents. It's that simple. A, I want to be real. I want to be humble. I want to be kind. And B, this is a win-win. Okay, if you are out making more sales and more money, we're making more money, and the insurance carrier is making more money. So we get that. So anyway, I look at this like it's my job to train, teach, and share any insight that I have or learn about, right? We don't charge for it or anything, but it's important that everybody gets it, we get it, and then we all move up the ladder together. So anyway, he shared this story with me, and I said, you know, I have to talk about this on a webinar with Joe and our agents, and that's why we are here today. So anyway, I want everybody to say that to us. I would love for you to pick up a few new things today, and a few weeks later or a few months later say, you know, I have had more phone calls or emails come in from this stuff than I've ever had before. And the main reason why, and again, it's not rocket science, but just think about this for a minute. You know, in this agent's case, okay, he's in his 60s, older guy, and you know, and by the way, when I say older guy, I mean more of a veteran in our industry, knows the ropes as good or better than I do, okay, but he doesn't know the technology and the social media marketing. So anyway, I think it was important enough that I share all of this with you, and the main trigger behind all of this, and I said to Mark, I'm like, listen, if you think about this, okay, you have your great book of business, okay, and by the way, he's working his book inside and out. He goes to all of his existing, let's say, policy holders that maybe they're not healthy and they're older, they don't need policies anymore. He's talking about life settlements or conversions. I mean, he is working his book, and he does a great job. But the real trigger behind this is I said, Mark, I'm like, listen, you know, you're talking to all of your clients about insurance, and they all know who you are, and your branding is great. Everybody thinks Mark when they think about life insurance. So obviously he's done a good job over the years. Now, here's the problem with Mark's approach in the past, by the way, not now, because now he's up to speed. But in the past, Mark would talk to his clients, right? And his clients all love him. They're not going anywhere. But his clients are now having children, and his clients are now having grandchildren, right? Think about this. And when little Johnny or Shelly, okay, say to their parents or grandparents, hey, by the way, I'm pregnant now, and I need a life insurance policy, okay? Just think about this for a minute. Who do I go speak to? Okay, normally they say, of course, you go talk to Mark. He's our guy. He's the go-to. Okay, and the problem is they want to speak to Mark, but they check out Mark on Google, and his website looks like crap. His social media is not even up and running, okay? And they say, oh, you know what? There's Florida Bob, okay, who is a friend of a friend who's all over social media. He has these great stories and pictures and advice columns, and you know what? I don't know if I'm going to even call this guy Mark. I'm going to stick to Bob because, you know, my friend Johnny, Bobby, and Susie all use Bob, the insurance guy, on social media. Okay, guess what? Mark just lost that client. And if Bob comes in and does a great job, now they're going to tell all of their friends and family members. Well, guess what? Little by little, Mark's book is going to shrink, right? Because all of the kids and the grandchildren and the cousins and the friends and family members are all going to go to Bob, who is in their face day in and day out on Facebook and on his website and on YouTube with these great videos, and Instagram and LinkedIn and Twitter, and always talking about these great insurance ideas and stories, and maybe even sharing a little bit about, his vacation to Mexico. Whatever the case is, the point behind this is, yes, work your book of business. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, but also have this stuff running in the background. It's crucial. And I'm telling you, little by little, that side of your business is going to increase, and it's going to change your world. I'm telling you, it's that simple. Okay, and it happens. Okay, so real quick, Gary Vaynerchuk is the man when it comes to social media marketing, and I hope you follow him or check him out when you get a chance. He goes by Gary V. This was our cover story last month's Insurance Newsnet magazine, and it just goes to show you I am practicing exactly what we are preaching. I flew to his office in New York City. I was lucky enough to be invited by him to do a sit-down 1-hour interview just about social media marketing in the insurance space, okay, which has never been done before. So again, being very innovative, I want to share this story because I think it's important that our agents are thinking along the same lines. We have a white paper that we're going to send out, in fact, that has to do exactly with this. All right, moving forward here. And again, some of these white papers that we put together, and, I know it looks like a lot of words here, and, you don't have the time to sit down and go over this. I'm telling you, glance over this quickly. We have a great, in fact, I think we have 1, 2, 3. There's 3 white papers now that we're going to include in today's thank you email that all have to do with social media marketing, with YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Just print them out, read it over when you get a chance, and if you can learn 1 or 2 things, then great. But some of these are great pieces. In fact, Gary Vaynerchuk even put one together himself that we will include in today's handouts. Okay, let's move forward here, and I think this is also important. Next up is our YouTube white paper, and, again, glance over this when you get a chance. Everyone's getting a thank you email after the call, but, just think in your mind now, okay? Every time, if you get a testimonial, if you sit down with a client and they say, Bill, that Index Universal Life product you sold me now has $17,000 of cash value, and it's only been in force for 5 years. You need to start thinking like, wait, can you say that one more time? Do you mind if I just record that quick 1-minute testimonial? Okay, and now you take that, put it on your YouTube channel, put it on your website, put it on your Facebook page, and you can say, look at Shelly, who bought a IUL from me 5 years ago. Look how happy Shelly is now. Does this look like she has regrets? And people can relate to that. They love the real life stories because it makes them feel like they're not just being sold. Here's someone just like them that bought a similar product. And now all of a sudden they're interested and they're going to click that DM or PM message that says, hey, Bill, can you run a quote for me? I want what Shelly has, or whatever the case is. So you need to be thinking like that. Every time you hear a good comment, okay, about your services, or if you ask one of your clients to say, hey, do you mind taking a minute to talk about how my services are and how you've helped change their life, take out your phone, take a recording, get it out there on all your social media outlets instantly. Okay, another tip on YouTube, this is very important. Like, I'll give you a quick example. When I did the Gary Vaynerchuk interview, okay, it's an hour long, and I literally took out 6 different pieces, okay, and I clipped them with 1-minute clips, okay, so 6 1-minute clips, and then what I did is I named each one, and I said, okay, this one's on, using technology in today's world, and I clipped 1 minute out of it, and then I put it on our YouTube channel, all of our social media pages, because I'm trying to market to agents, okay, just like you need to market to consumers. So then you think of keywords, okay, you want to put the more popular keywords first. So when someone searches, say, Gary V, for example, okay, my 1-minute clips all say, Gary V sits down with Bill Levinson, not Bill Levinson sits down with Gary V. Okay, so you always have to think like that. If you put together, let's say, an IUL testimonial, okay, you're always going to put in the very beginning is indexed universal life insurance testimonial. Okay, nobody knows Bill Levinson in the middle of Wisconsin. Okay, so I'm going to use Gary Vee because he has the bigger following. So nobody knows your client, Shirley Smith, but people are going to search indexed universal life. They want to see what this is about. So anyway, when you're naming your videos, think like that. Use the keywords, use the hashtags that are more popular and they're going to be searched for, because your video is going to come up first. And that's how the direct messages start, which are basically just an email reaching out to you saying, hey, I want more information. So everything you do on social media, you should be thinking keywords, hashtags, and popularity, okay, where they're going to come up in the search. Okay, moving forward, I know I'm ranting a little bit, but we have a lot of information to cover. These are some Instagram examples, okay? I went over these at the expo. I think it's very, very important, because if you don't know where to begin, okay, all you have to do, it's free. You pull out your phone right now. You can go on Instagram, pull up the keyword life insurance, okay, and there's an option. It will say recent or top. Always pick top, okay? That means the most popular pictures or searches are going to come up first, okay? And then all you do is look at some of those pictures. Look at the likes and the comments that picture caused, okay? And you're going to do exactly the same thing. I'm not saying use the same picture. You can't use somebody else's material. But if they're talking about, retirement and saving money with an IUL, use the same concept. It's not rocket science. Then you're going to see their wording and their hashtags. You can also use the same thing. There's no law that says because they have the hashtag buy universal life insurance, there's no law that says you can't use the same thing. So all you're doing is mirroring, okay? You don't have to reinvent the wheel. These are 3 agents that we picked out in front of you right now, okay? The first one, that she looks like she's in her probably 20s or 30s. She has 15,000 people that follow her. The one in the middle is a gentleman that looks like he maybe is in his 40s, hard to tell, almost 40,000 followers. The guy on the right side, he looks not a day over 27, 28, almost 50,000 people follow this guy, okay? When he makes a post about UL or IUL, 50,000 people see this, okay? And then if you think, well, this is just followers and it's really not a big deal, BS. Look at one of his posts about insurance, and you'll see 50, 100, 500 likes, 5 comments, 10 comments, people saying, well, how much does this cost? Or where can I get a quote? Or do you have something that can cover me? I'm in New York, or whatever the case is. Those are all new leads, okay? This is just one example of Instagram, but you need to be thinking, when you're seeing this right now, let's go to the next slide here, because these are great examples of marketing pieces from these agents that have generated new leads for free, okay? The left side, get $1 million of coverage, $36 a month, over 3,000 likes, 15 different comments. The middle picture there, life insurance is like a parachute. If you don't have it the first time you need it, there's no second chance, okay? Very catchy, but not rocket science again, okay? You can do this with a picture of you. Very simple. That post generated over 3,000 likes from people across the country, okay? And over 34 comments about life insurance. Can you do this? Can you do the same thing? Absolutely, okay? And then, if you want to get real fancy and creative, find some of these bigger agents or agencies across the country, and you could start marketing to their followers, right? Just start thinking like this. That's where all the good ideas come from. And these people already have the target audience that you would love to have. What I would do is put a list together of all your competitors, okay? And start watching, start learning. If you have an assistant that's helping you with this, I would suggest the same exact thing. Start to be interactive. And I'm telling you, you're going to think, just like Mark, oh, most of my business is old school, face to face. I drive around all day to my appointments and this stuff doesn't work. Okay. In the beginning, Mark might be right. But guess what? In the very short 2 weeks that I was telling you about, his interaction went up by 40% from social media. Okay. And then you also have to think about this. You might be well known. Let's say, I live in Boca Raton, Florida, for example. Everyone in Boca might know Bill Levinson, for example. Okay. And I go to the movies or dinner or out somewhere to have a cigar, whatever the case is. Everybody knows, hey, that's Bill Levinson, the cool guy, whatever. Okay. Just for example. But guess what? If I step outside of Boca and I go to Fort Lauderdale or Delray, nobody knows me from Adam. Okay, I'm just another guy. So if I sold insurance and everybody knows me in Boca, wouldn't I want everybody to know me in Palm Beach and Delray, Orlando even, Jacksonville, Miami? Of course. The only way that's going to happen is with social media. And it's that simple. And when you think about Levinson growing over the last 22 years, okay, think about this. We knew the South Florida market, okay? People knew us in South Florida in the insurance world. But you stepped outside. People didn't even know what Levinson stood. They didn't know if we were a plumbing company or we marketed insurance products. They had no idea. So I said to myself 20 years ago, if we do the same thing that we're doing here in South Florida, if we do this all over the country and in California, in Arizona, in New Jersey, all over the country, in every state and city, why can't we do the same thing? Why can't we build a company like we've built in at that time, Fort Lauderdale, Florida? Why can't we do the same thing across the country? And the answer to that is you can. And that's exactly what we did. Okay, we didn't come out with some, mind-blowing software that took off like a Facebook or no, it was just getting our message out there in the masses. And that's how you need to think. Okay, it's the same thing, just like this guy Mark, very well known in South Florida, but nobody knows him outside. Well, now he's building that footprint. Same concept. Okay, all right, so again, if you don't know where to start, take maybe a top 10 list. Write down your top 10 competitors. Start watching and seeing what they're doing. Look at their audience and followers, because that is exactly your target audience. It's not rocket science here. Very, very simple. Okay, it's just reverse engineering. Okay, let's move forward here. Again, I'm ranting a little bit, and I'm trying to draw a point. It's so important. I really believe in this, and I know it works if you just take some time to understand it. Okay, so you fast forward, we have all of our websites up, social media up and running. You're starting to get your name out there, making a great presence, right? You're across the country. We have a lot of agents licensed in multiple states. Now we have this Amazon for insurance platform that's rolling out, okay? Sell While You Sleep is the marketing name. The retail name is InsureMeNowDirect.com. Okay, you're going to see this all over the place. This is our platform. When a client goes on our platform, if they find InsureMeNowDirect.com and they want a quote, okay, they have to put in their name, number, email, and what's going to happen, it's going to send that quote request to the agent who's closest to where the client came from, okay, by zip code. So these are new leads that are going to be generated for you. Okay, as long as you're active in the program. By the way, we're not selling you anything. This is all free if you're an agent with us. So anyway, you are going to have your own Insure Me Now Direct platform, dashboard, whatever you want to call it, with your picture, your phone number, your logo. It's all free. We have 3 insurance carriers on the platform today with over 10 products to choose from. Okay, you can package these in together. Your client can just pick, life, critical illness, disability, accident. We have guaranteed issue products, all the above, and it's 100% client driven. So what does that mean? That means it's your job as the agent to get this platform out to as many people as you can through e-blast, website, SEO, whatever the case is. Every time you put a video together or you post something on social media, you want to have your hashtag, Insure Me Now Direct, let's say /Bill, whatever the case is, drive people to your dashboard. So there's two parts. So we're going to be out there driving traffic, InsureMeNowDirect.com. If you're the agent closest to that zip code where the lead comes in from, you just got a free lead. And then the second part is you have your own website or dashboard with your picture, your name, your phone number, and you're going to drive traffic. Someone clicks, buys a product, you get full commissions plus renewals. And most of these products are approved online instantly with zero agent involvement. This has never been done before, okay? And we are literally launching in the next 7 to 10 business days, okay? You're going to see 2 press releases. We have emails going out all over the country. We're making a huge launch. So you're going to see this all over the place. Best part, you will be a part of it. You'll have the opportunity to have your own dashboard, and it's all free. And again, full commissions, full renewals, just like a face-to-face interaction. There's no difference, okay? And this is one of those things, no, this isn't going to change your business and make you become a billionaire overnight, but have this running in the background. And even if you don't sell one of these products online, okay, there's a spot where the consumer hits speak to your agent, you get the email, pick up the phone, make a sale, sell one of your other products, whatever the case is. The bottom line is as long as it generated a new lead for you. So this is going to be really, really cool. Never been done before. We're so excited. Then it's really neat too. I don't want to get into it now because we don't have time. But we have a new platform that we're also rolling out where the client can enroll themselves or you can do it with your client. It's called Legacy Safeguard. And Legacy Safeguard's the final expense platform you can use. And then Legacy Armor is a vault that is online for your clients, okay? And it's a vault where they can store all of their personal documents, information, beneficiary information, passwords, just like a safe deposit box, but everything is online. Only your client has access. And every time they log in, they see your name because you are the agent. So they can self-enroll. It's going to be on the Sell While You Sleep platform, or you can set up your clients. It's a really neat tool, and literally it's a quarter of the price for all Levinson agents, $25 a month for the clients, and some agents pay for it, some clients pay for it. It's totally up to you, but you're going to see some future marketing about that. Again, another first from Levinson in the insurance brokerage space. So really, really cool stuff. Okay, my last slide, and then Joe's going to take over, is our Agency Automator platform. Okay, I'm going to go over this real quick. All of this is available to you if you want to brush up and you're not that comfortable with a CRM tool or your own free website, whatever the case is. We have daily trainings every single day, Monday to Friday, and every day we pick a different topic. Okay, so the first one is we have a prospecting tool. So we have a database of millions and millions of clients that you can market to, and you can go in and say, I want all young families, ages 25 to 45 that are all white collar, and the system will give you names, addresses, emails, phone numbers you can now market to. Okay, now think too, with all of your social media, you're going to want to send out personal invites to all of these people. You want them to see your name from every single angle. The CRM tool, very important for keeping your name in front of your clients and prospects. Okay, that's simple. The website builder, that's your free website. We have quote engines, lead capture. Your Sell While You Sleep platform will be housed on your own free website. Okay, that's simple. On the top, Agency Automator Plus. That's the same. Just think along the lines of that database of millions and millions of prospects that you can market to. Automator Plus is the same thing, but it's for agents. So if you want to recruit other agents, you can go in the database and the system will give you names, phone numbers, emails, addresses of all of the agents that fall into the criteria that you dial in. Okay, that's simple. Moving along, about 2 o'clock, going clockwise, the virtual assistant. If you want to have someone call your whole book of business and maybe new followers on Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn, they'll reach out to everybody for you. Maybe to talk about the free scholarship program or the Legacy Safeguard final expense program, whatever it is, okay? This person does everything for you, including set appointments. Very, very inexpensive. These are all co-op programs. Most of this is free, by the way, just from being a Levinson agent. In fact, you get a free website and a free basic CRM for free. It's $9.95 a month just for the hosting fee. We take care of everything else. Okay, AssureWorks is about 3 o'clock there, going clockwise. That is a target marketing tool. Very, very cool stuff. This made it big in the real estate world. And the way it works as an insurance agent, you literally just buy a zip code. Okay, you say, all right, 33067, and there's 3 spots per zip code. What happens is everybody in that zip code that goes to do a search online from their cell phone or their desktop computer, and they put in long-term care insurance. And if they're in your zip code, they're going to read about, long-term care insurance and your advertisement. Okay, Bill Levinson, the local LTC guru insurance agent, is going to pop up on their screen in front of them. If they go on ESPN.com to check last night's basketball scores, when they go on, if they're in that zip code, they're going to see the Bill Levinson LTC Guru business card pop up on their screen. Okay, that's the way it works. Very, very inexpensive. We have some agents that are buying states, literally the whole state. So anybody that literally runs a search on, say, Google or Bing on estate planning, IUL, UL, whole life, term with ROP, living benefits, whatever the keywords are, their name is going to come up on the advertisement, say bottom right corner. Okay, and then you can load your friends and neighbors all into the platform. So then when they go online to do a search about indexed UL, because they want to find out what their neighbor Jimmy just bought, your name is going to pop up again, hopefully pushing them over the edge to think, hey, I'm ready to buy a policy. And there's Bill Levinson's name that keeps popping up everywhere. Okay, and it's the same mindset. Remember how I said Bill's the big shot, let's say in Boca, but he goes to Delray and nobody knows him? This is a way to get Bill's name out there and market and brand outside of Bill's local city. Same mindset, same thinking. Okay, now everything you do should be thought out just like this. Marketing, branding, returning, they're called DMs, direct messaging. So when someone sends you a message, you're just constantly throwing enough stuff against the wall, and then a little bit starts sticking at a time. Next thing you know, half your business is coming from social media or online or from your website. Okay, we have an agent, I know he's on the phone right now, he's on this call right now with us, and this guy is a MDRT agent. Okay, 99% of his sales, he doesn't leave his house. They're done online or over the phone. Okay, and he's all about this stuff. In fact, his podcast, okay, I interviewed him on our podcast 2 weeks ago. We launched it. Go check it out. Listen, he's in his low 30s. Okay, this guy's doing it. And you can say, oh, he only sells $20 a month term cases. No, he's selling all of it. So anyway, it works. I promise you it works. And again, that's how Levinson was built. Okay, Joe's going to take it from here. Now, the point is we're going to dive in a little deeper to show you how to put together some of these ads, these marketing pieces. Just sit back, take notes. If you don't understand something, jump on one of our daily live webinars for Agency Automator. Joe?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. So I'm going to show you a little bit more detail on specifically the CRM platform. We'll dive into some details on using the prospecting tools, setting up your agent website, and of course, we'll be sending all details this afternoon for what we covered. There's a lot of great tips and hints that we've actually, throughout all the years, compiled together that's going to really help you jumpstart using these tools and not having to learn the process from day one and hit the reset button. You can take advantage of all the years of marketing and expertise that have gone into this platform. So real quickly here, you're looking at the Agency Automator CRM platform. I'll break this down for you very, very simply. When it comes to CRM tools, there's a lot of options. And when we looked at this program many, many years ago, we realized that there was no CRM tool that was actually built for the insurance agent. They're all built for different types of industries, but nothing specifically that helps the insurance agent. So we literally built this platform from the ground up, adapted it to the insurance agent to make sure that it houses all of your client details, policy information. And the biggest part was It had to have a built-in email marketing platform. And then the third part is it had to have a lead generation system or tool. Bill mentioned 2 different databases. You can access a little over 28 million contact records. You can sort through that database and find people that are local to you. We also have a business owner database, which has about 6.7 million records. You can actually sort by occupation type. So it really opens up the real opportunity to marketing to specific niche groups. And this tool is simply amazing the way it works. Real quickly here, you'll see at the very top, there is a button here. I'm going to highlight it that says a live demo. You can actually access every single one of those training sessions that Bill mentioned every single day of the week at 2 p.m. by just clicking on that button. In the middle here, you have your open tasks and reminders. These are things that may fall off of our radar. If we have a client to follow up with, if we have a quote that we sent out, we never heard back. When you look at the statistics of how many times an agent follows up and then how many times it takes a follow-up to actually make the sale, a lot of agents are falling short. So this literally runs your practice day to day. Towards the bottom here, you have your campaign lead funnel. That is going to show you based on the amount of emails you've sent out, based on all the marketing that you're doing, what type of advertising result you're getting. And that's important because you want to constantly look at your return on each of the different email messages that you send out. I'm going to jump right into the prospecting tool. This is an amazing system here. This is your email marketing platform. A lot of agents use Constant Contact or a couple different platforms, but you want to make sure that you're using one platform that talks to the database and also talks to your prospecting tool. What we've done inside of the prospecting database here is given you over 2,000 different email templates to choose from, whether it's agent recruiting. You can actually go and build your own downline accessing the agent database, and this platform has over 500,000 licensed active agents you can recruit if you're a GA. If you're looking to market specifically to clients, you can dive into this template database here. You can have templates for life insurance, for critical illness, disability income, annuity products. You can even use our exclusive college scholarship platform and jump into those templates. On the right-hand side, you'll see all the different templates. This one in particular has to do with critical illness, but there are over 2,000 templates to choose from. And really using this platform, the whole name of the game is keeping your name in front of your client. So when they do think of insurance or someone has a question about insurance, they're going to remember the email that they got from you the previous week or the previous month. And this literally drip markets on your clients. We have also several what we call set it and forget it campaigns. So the problem with traditional CRM platforms is you have to go in every single day, and it takes a big chunk out of your daily workflow process. You can literally go into this platform at the beginning of every month and set up an email campaign that will drip all throughout the month or even multiple months so that it's always running in the background, automated birthday emails. Think about all the term policies you may have written in the past. Those have conversion deadlines. Those have different trigger points where you need to follow up with those clients. This system automates the entire process. Very simple, very, very easy to use. Holiday, birthday, everything is included in one single platform. So very easy, very simple to use. I want to jump into a couple pointers when it comes to email marketing. And this is very, very important because we see a lot of agents put together different email marketing campaigns. And the real challenging part is they don't know where to start. So we put this together. I will email this out to everybody. But really, when it comes to email marketing, there's a couple things that you need to focus on: selecting the right content. You need to make sure that if you're familiar with the product, you want to stick with what you know, what has worked. Look at what are your most 3 successful opportunities or options. Basically look at what you've written in the past. What sales went great? Which ones didn't go so good? Maybe you need to brush up on something. Maybe you're using our scholarship platform, or you're using our IUL sales software to talk about retirement planning or estate planning or supplemental income. Hone in on what you know and what you're comfortable with, and use those specific marketing campaigns that are either pre-built in the platform, or if you reach out to me and say, hey, Joe, Andrew, I want to look at a campaign that specifically talks about disability income, and I found a great graphic online. Let's incorporate that into the email. That can literally be added in a matter of minutes, and now you've got a custom email campaign you're comfortable with. Again, look at your top 3 success stories. What have helped you in the past solve a real problem for a client? Incorporate that into the email. Clients love to hear about other success stories and different things that they can relate to that can help those clients. And basically, tell these stories to a bigger audience. With all the technology and the platforms that are available today, e-apps, drop tickets, Bill mentioned using social media, Really, the insurance industry for the average agent is no longer a regional business. Like Bill said, we have agents selling nationwide that never leave their home, that write hundreds of $1,000s of premium every single year. You want to never stop dripping to your target audience, but use this platform to really uncover new sales opportunities that you otherwise wouldn't have if it weren't for this platform. Also, real quickly here, email design tips. Think really hard about what you're trying to offer. A lot of emails we see today are very wordy, and clients don't have time to read through all those emails. I know when I receive emails, it has to be quick. It has to be to the point. We want to keep it brief. We want to make sure we get right to that point. Think that you have literally 3 seconds for that client to look at that email and either swipe to delete it or zoom in and read a little bit more. Most emails are actually being opened up on your smartphone, so we need to be able to have that message very clear at the top of the screen. Also, let the people you're talking to know who you are and what you do. If it takes them, 1 to 2 minutes to kind of figure out who you are and what this email is about, you probably lost them at that point. So always make sure that you're very brief and to the point. Another great thing to look at is you'll see many emails that have a lot of wording, some great pictures, and way down at the bottom, there's a little button that says set up an appointment or tell me more. You need to always have more than one call to action in your message. So if you're marketing a free white paper or report or video to a client and it's kind of talking about the cost of long-term care, why it's important to do some life insurance planning, make sure that you have multiple links inside of that email. It's really going to help, that client has to find that link inside of that email to learn more. You want to make it very simple, very easy to use. Also, make it visually interesting, especially not only for email marketing, but if you're using social media, if you type a paragraph out about how great life insurance is, you're not going to get nearly as many likes or views or interests as if you post a video or a picture of a family on the beach. People want to see, those visually appealing things, and they'll react to those. So a lot of great emails that we've seen have some videos or some images to kind of capture people's attention, but make sure that your whole email is not an image. And most of our templates already have that integrated, but just a couple pointers to look at when you're doing email marketing. Make sure it's personalized. We get a lot of emails from the big life insurance companies that everybody knows. If you add a little personal touch to it, it makes a huge difference because people want to relate with the person they're going to be dealing with. Also, make sure your subject line is descriptive. If you just say life insurance, that's not nearly as attractive as if I were to say maybe life insurance rates in Boca Raton have gone down or something. That's going to grab my attention. That's going to make sure that email is personalized to me as a person. I get this all the time for auto insurance rates. Every time I open up, my Yahoo account or Gmail account, I see a little subject line that has my zip code in it. And I think, oh, that's my zip code. And I immediately identify with that email subject. That's going to make it much more likely that I'm going to pay attention to that email because I think it has something to do with me individually, when really what's happening is they're emailing to every single person in that zip code, hoping that maybe they'll open that email because they just saw their zip code, and it works. You can do that same approach with the agency automator prospecting tool. You can specifically market to one zip code, even the zip code that you're in, or multiple zip codes, so you now have the ability to make your marketing very niche and approach that specific group of people that are going to be more likely to actually open up your email. Real quickly here, I wanted to show kind of a sample of what this should look like, and I've got a sample email here. So key message on the top, you want to make sure it's the first thing they can see what it is, how it works. Again, an image, this creates some interest, but it's not too big, but it lets that client know that this email has some sort of image. It catches their eye. You can actually put text over that. Personalize, adding in the client's name. That's a feature inside of our agency automator platform that works. It's customized to that client. Also, primary offer in the bulleted format. This is quick, decisive, to the point. I can open up this email and know exactly what it is, and then you'll see my call to action towards the bottom of the email. Always put multiple contact information. If you just say, here's my website, reach out to me, I may visit your website, I may not. If you put a hyperlink to your email or a phone number, I might just click on the phone number on my smartphone and it will ask me if I want to call. Or if I click on the email, it'll automatically bring up an email and I can shoot a quick little message. So very great pointers to use when you're constructing an email. always put your brand. And I see you don't even need a logo. If you have a picture, take a picture on your smartphone, have someone in your family or maybe a spouse do it. Very, very important. And always at the bottom, put social networking options, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. If you have an Instagram page, you can do that as well. That helps that client know that you're real. It helps them know that you help other people. So just some quick pointers on putting together that email marketing campaign. And of course, the most important part is your agent retail website. You know, if you don't have a website today, I don't care what anyone says, you are missing the boat. This lets your client know you're real. The website platform we put together is very simple. You can be up and running same day. There's no lengthy process. You can have a completely custom design, turnkey setup, and Bill had mentioned that Sell While You Sleep platform that is integrated into the website. So you can even do some customized email marketing for those specific products to help drive traffic. So real quickly here, I want to show you how this website actually works. What you're looking at in front of you is how you customize your website. You'll notice it's one simple page. Everything is right in front of you. All you have to do is click on the different tabs and you can modify that page. So very simple, very easy. There's help videos embedded in here. You can use hyperlinks. You can even add some text overlay, which means if you want to create your own corporate name or branding or change things, you can actually do that on the fly. You hit the publish button and now your website is live. So very simple to use. You can even embed videos. I highly recommend posting some videos on your website. Clients love to go in and watch the video and kind of learn a little bit more about who you are and what you do. And then finally, you'll notice on the right-hand side, a little tab there, it says website leads. This is actually part of your CRM homepage. Anytime someone goes to your website and they run a quote or they request some more information on the scholarship platform or the disability tab or a life insurance calculator, that information is not only automatically emailed to you, but it actually automatically goes right into your CRM platform. So now when you log into your CRM platform this afternoon or tomorrow, you actually have a new lead. So it's got all their contact information and they're added right to your platform. So even if you don't contact them that day or the following week, now they're part of your automated drip marketing campaigns. And eventually that client's going to have a need for some type of product you offer and your name is going to be in front of them. Real quickly here on getting started, this is right on the menu of KerryLevinson.com. You'll see underneath Agent Tools in that red box that's Agency Automator. Click on that. You can watch some videos on how it works, and you can even request access. Of course, the email you'll get from me this afternoon will have that link as well. So if you're not using Agency Automator, you can click on that and get access to every single one of these tools and be up and running same day. But a phenomenal tool, and we're obviously very, very excited. We've been using this for years, and we've seen some awesome, awesome results.
Okay, thanks, Joe. Okay, we're just about done. I know it's been a little while, and I hope you found this information useful. You know, the bottom line is you just need to start thinking, you know, in this new world. And you know, even just a small example, you think back, you know, let's say 15, 20 years ago when you went to a seminar or networking event, you know, whatever the case was, you went up to someone, you introduce yourself and you shake their hand and you say, oh, by the way, here's my business card. Okay, today in 2019, same exact setting, same situation. The difference is, hey, by the way, send me a text with your info, or hey, are you on Facebook or are you on Instagram? What's your username? Okay. No one carries business cards anymore. It's a new world. I'm not saying don't carry business cards, by the way. I'm just saying most of the younger generation now, they want everything quick. 9 out of 10 times that business card gets lost. But guess what? When you literally request them on social media, now they're in front of you every single day, every time you or them make a post. So that's the whole point of this new world, and that's how you have to market to grow your business, okay? And again, we're not trying to convince you to buy something from us. You don't have to buy anything from. In fact, we don't sell anything here at Levinson, okay? The only thing we do is service our agents, but the bottom line is if you win, you grow, we win, we grow. That's simple. All right, so real quick, we have these daily live trainings. We pick a different platform every day, and these are built for you just to get comfortable, okay? If we're going fast, you know there's a lot of information. simply jump on one of these webinars every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Every day we pick a different topic. You can listen and learn from one or 101. Totally up to you. You can ask questions. They're all interactive, and these were designed to make sure that you are comfortable. On the bottom there, make sure you jot down this date, July 25, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. We are introducing our new impaired risk case manager slash certified underwriter here in the office, Ron, and we're launching our new impaired risk department. Okay, so any impaired risk or decline cases, minimum premium of $5,000. We now have an in-house underwriter that's specialized to work just for you on these cases. So we're going to introduce Ron. We're going to show you all of our great underwriting tools and resources that you can now take advantage of. So decline rated impaired risk cases, make sure you're on that webinar 7/25. Okay, just about done. Second to last slide for the giveaway today. Very simple. Go on the podcast. Okay, real quick, Joe, before we dive into this, I want to just share the review part. All you have to do is write a review, take a screenshot, email it to me. I'll send you your free IUL prospecting book. Or, okay, if you can't find, you don't have an Apple iPhone, you can't find the purple icon, just go on our Facebook page, Levinson and Associates. You can maybe write a comment if you want. Again, just let me know, send me an email, screenshot. I'll send your free IUL prospecting book, which leads me to the next slide. Now, very, very important. Write down this date, August 23rd. Okay, we are having the first ever IUL class here in South Florida, in Boca Raton, Florida, and it is going to be awesome. We brought in 2 industry veterans, and they're not carrier related. Okay, these are indexed universal life professionals that are going to teach you how to penetrate this IUL market. If you're already a pro in the IUL space, this is also for you, okay? You are going to up your IUL target premium game by attending this class. I'm not selling you on anything. I promise you this will be a game changer. It's a day built around IUL sales and ideas to change your income for the end of 2019 and, of course, the new year as well. So try to be there. What we're going to do, if you write a minimum premium, we're paying for the class. The company that's hosting the class is Stonewood. They're also the host of our software and the program creator. So all the money goes to Stonewood, pays for their travel and the room, etc. It's $599. If you have a downline agent with you, it's $199. If you write at least $10,000 of premium in that 2-month period, we pay. So it's free. If you're a member of the software, okay, it's free. So make sure you're at the class. It's non-carrier specific. It's built all around IUL, changing the sales game for 2019, 2020. Our second to last slide here is the podcast. Make sure you listen in. Our last episode was the 101 insurance class every agent should listen to. I don't care if you've been around for 142 years in the insurance space. Everybody will walk away with good information from that Life Insurance 101 class. Kerry, my father, hosted it. He taught me everything that I know, and I think everyone will enjoy that episode. Now, you can check it out on YouTube or on the Bill Levinson Experience. Okay, our last slide here is our Positive Tuesday quote. Always like to end on a good note. I think it's very, very important. I think with all of the best social media or websites in the world, you know, if you're not in the right state of mind, people feel that, they see that, they hear that, and you're not going to sell anything. Okay, so number one, before everything else comes positivity. You have to be in the right mindset. Okay, we're going to end with this. Life is not about perfection, money, or popularity. It's about being real, kind, and humble. Okay, look at the hashtag on the bottom. Just like I taught you, everything else will follow. Of course, my Instagram username, Billy Levinson, my signature, you all should be doing the same thing. Anything to get your name out there. I hope you all enjoyed. Thanks again. Have a great rest of the week, a good weekend, and great selling. Take care.